Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. I was recently given these batteries. They're really cheap knockoffs. I they one I think works. Actually that one works. A couple of them are dead. Okay, that one does. Again, they're really cheap. That one has two. This is the dead one. So I figured the first thing I was going to take it apart. These are actually made for Milwaukee tools. I don't have any Milwaukee tools, but again, these things are trash. He said they worked for about 5-10 minutes. They're really, this one started smoking on them, and the other ones are just. I don't know if they don't last long or what the problem he was having. He says they work so good in his drills, but not in other tools. But anyway, he doesn't want them. They're cheap. They're supposed to be 8 amp hours. I know that's not true. They're very light. Anyway, let's take it apart. Let's see what's going on with the bad one first, and then let's see what we can do. I guess I wanted to make some kind of a 12-volt power pack. I have this box right here. I have a little battery gauge. These little chargers that you can use the little USB-C in. Or I'll make some terminals too to make it. I would rather have a 12-volt battery. I really don't need a 5-volt. So I figure I'll see how it works out. I'm not even sure how many batteries. I'm not sure what the condition. I'm not really sure anything about these. So we'll take them apart and see what's going on. They do have these little flashlights in them. I guess if you hold in the button, it turns on like a little flashlight, which, yeah. What would you use that for? It's funny how the cheap things always have those extra or whatever it is, but let's see if we can get this thing off. Let's see if we can get this thing out of here. Ooh, look at that. Ah. Ooh. Okay. It looks like it's crushed or something. Oh, wow. Hold on, let me get some gloves on this. This is leaking the... Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that might just be trash, actually. All right, let me get some gloves here. Oh, look at all that, yeah. He did say this one smoked pretty bad, so he said it let out a big puff of smoke. Ah. Yeah, you can see how cheap this is. This is not even like ABS or I don't even know. You can see the liquid there. Alright, so I guess this looks like it's used or something. Look at that. These are supposed to be brand new batteries. That's what he said. He said he got them online or something. They were cheap, obviously. Or I think it's something about they were in a bucket with something else. Alright, let's take that off. This is actually hot. Alright, so what do we have here? Yeah, oh, that's probably bad. I wouldn't trust that. Wait, look at that. That is the... No. It does stink really bad. Alright. Alright, let's see. How are we going to get this apart? Well, I guess we should check some voltages and see what's going on here. All right. How many we got? Two, what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so 10 batteries. So we have 40 batteries. Would that even be possible with 10 batteries? Can you even get 80 amp hours? I doubt. Look at that. No, I doubt that. All right. Let's see what the voltage is reading. Again, this one's bad, so I don't even think it's going to read anything. Yeah, it's not reading any kind of voltage. Oh, I'm on AC. Here we go. People are probably screaming, hey, switch it to DC. Let's move that down there. Still nothing. That's millivolts. There's 4.4. There's nothing. And 4.6. Alright. Yeah, look at that. That melted. That one of these batteries just went. Let me get a screwdriver to take this apart. There goes my dog barking. Buddy. Let's see what we got here. We can use this little LED pack for something. That's definitely an issue. How's this even together? I guess they just kind of glued it together, I guess. Alright, I'll take all the strips off. We'll take them apart and see individually what's going on. Yeah, that's pretty much just coming right off. Well, hopefully the other ones I can reuse. Yeah, boy, these things are... Wonder how many of these I'm going to be able to save. I'm hoping the other ones are in this condition. Ooh, that's definitely a bad one. Yep, that one's definitely shot. Alright, let's get rid of that one. The smell. It's the thinnest material I've ever seen. Yeah, look at how wet they are. Look at how wet that is. I don't know if they're, yeah, it's completely. I think you can see when it gets wet, I guess the lithium leaked out. Now what would cause the lithium to leak out? Would it just be a bad battery, overpower? Oh yeah, look at them. They're exploded. They're not even the right. You know, I think that it looks like they might have got wet. All right, that one's a bad one. That one's, yeah, this one pillowed so bad. All right. Hmm. No, I may be able to save this holder actually, though. I may be able to reuse that. I don't think these are coming out. Sorry about that, guys. Must have lost battery power. Anyway, in checking these things out, they are all dead. I put my meter to volts, DC. Let's go down the line. Nothing. 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 And nothing. All trash. Okay. Well. Goodbye to you guys. Okay. Oops. No big deal. Okay. All right, let's try number 2. Let's see what these look like. Actually, you know what? I don't even need them either. I end up throwing that out. That's a little more like it. It's still very cheap. Look at that. Wow. That is so bad. So bad. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to rewire these. But I'm going to use the... I'm going to keep... Look at that. They didn't even... Look at that connection right there. This is what happens when you get cheap batteries. I don't even know where these came from. I think he said got them in a pile of things. But yeah, look how cheap they are. Wow, that's terrible. All right, well, we're going to use them. They look good. This one should have a voltage. Looks like it's reading fine. Yeah, 18.5. Now, I'm going to switch them around again so I can get 12 volts. So we'll do 3, what is it? 3S something P. Let's do it. We're going to do a 3-string. There's going to be, I guess, 10 in parallel, 3 in series. Will that give me my 3? If each one reaches 4.2 volts, that would give me my 12 volts. So let's do this. All right, so that's a good pack. And I'm just going to undo all these. All right. Okay. All right, there's one. I don't need this for anything. Maybe I'll save them. I don't have a Milwaukee. Probably will never get one, and if I do, They make adapters. I use everything usually pretty much DeWalt or Ryobi. They make separate adapters. You can use them with anything. Okay, these don't look bad either. Same thing. These have, okay, 2. Well, yeah, I'm going to charge them up separately anyway. Let's do this. All right. Two. Let's get the last one. And bring this. Yeah, that's trash. Okay, and these don't look too bad either. So, it's not too bad. I only lost about 10 batteries or so. No, I didn't lose any because then I'm not even sure how these are going to work. I'm going to put them on a tester. We'll load test it. We'll see what we got. All right. We don't need that either. How can that show fully charged when there's no BMS? Look at that. So what is this hooked up to? Oh, okay, I see. This is actually hooked up to all the strings. All right. I was going to say, how's that even work and how's that even possible? Well, that's how it's possible. All right. It's weird that they would solder the wires on there, right? I thought you're not supposed to solder. I'm not even going to use these because I have other things I'm going to use. This is all just trash to me. Not needed. What's that little plug? Oh, look at that little cute plug. Maybe I will save them. Little plugs on them. Okay. I can maybe use them for something. Maybe I'll put a whole bunch of them together and make a little flashlight. Okay. And 3. Alright, there's that one, and there's that. Alright. Okay, so we have that, and that. So that would be my 3 strings. So it would be positive, negative, obviously positive and negative, positive and negative. I'll just use the 3 batteries in the packs and just jump what I need. It'll probably be a lot easier than taking them out, redoing them. Will that work? Yeah, it should work because I'm all going to be using them. Let's see, how do I want to do this? We're going to want to put 3 together. Actually, I'm going to have to take them apart and redo them, I think. Unless I just take these batteries and swap them around to make all these positive and all these negative. If I do the same with all of them, let me think. That'll give me my 3 strings. And then that'll give me, yeah. I wish there was a way I could take this apart. But there's really not. I wonder if I should just, yeah, I guess I should. Alright, let's do this. Let's clean some of this up. That's trash. This away. Alright, move some of this away. These can go in there. Alright, let me clean some things up, get organized, and I will bring you back. Okay. So what I decided was, I guess the easiest thing to do would just be just to take them all apart and redo them. This is really thin. It's like paper. I can't even explain it. So, and you know what? This way it gives me a chance to charge up the batteries actually too. Little trick too, if you're just curious, you know, a lot of times you have these alligator clips and you want to charge on these batteries, you don't have a hold or anything like that. You can always get a little of these, couple of these little tiny magnets. You see them right there? Pop one in there on the positive, pop one on the negative. See that, just like that? And now what you can do is take your positive, it'll just stick right there and it'll go right there and it'll stay, and see how it's charging. So it makes it a lot easier than, you know, trying to tape them or hold them together. I use magnets for everything. But anyway, I have this charger. I have a few other chargers. I'm going to have to try to speed it up. But yeah, I figure this way at least I can charge them, or at least see where that. But see how thin this is? This is like paper thin. This is, I'm not even using any kind of anything to this. It's just falling right apart on me. Oh, there goes my battery. Just pretty much just falling apart on me. I want to make sure I don't lose any of the batteries either. So, oh, like that. You got to be very, very careful. Look at that. Yep. Okay. It's amazing how powerful these are. Amazing. It always got to shows you your, you know, how these little tiny batteries can be so powerful. I wonder if they make they should actually probably make plastic cutters, right? Maybe with plastic cutters with just the tips. That's what I think I'm going to do. Yeah, look at this. Kind of falling off in a way, some spots. And I got to go and clean them all up. So I think I'm going to take care of something. This is probably the boring part of this. So I'm going to take all these apart and I will bring you back. This will be a second part. Hopefully when I get this back, these will be charged, they'll be ready to go, and we can start working on what I'm going to put them in. It's most likely going to be this box, and I'll just make a little 12-volt battery, you know, or probably a pretty, I'll see, you know, hopefully I get a decent 12-volt battery. Use this little you know, battery monitor, a little USB. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, so I guess I'll cut this video here. This is probably the most boring part of this, but I will do these, take these apart, and bring you back. There'll be a part 2. And see how powerful these cheap batteries are. And I gotta look too. I think they're supposed to be 42 grams or something. Maybe I'll measure them, see what they read, do a capacity test on them. Yeah, this is very thin stuff. I guess you don't really need much, right? These are just cheap batteries. I know that the DeWalt's and stuff are a lot better than this. At the same time too, I don't want to break anything, so. Alright guys, well, enjoy the weather. It looks a little cloudy out there. And it looks like it's going to rain out there. Anyway, enjoy the weather, and there will be part 2 coming up soon. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the weather. So I'm going to let that charge up. It's probably going to take let it go overnight or so. All I just did was I put magnets on there. Little trick to, again, like I did the magnets. Yeah, I used the magnets on there, so all these strips are just magnetized, as you can see. And I'll let that charge up overnight. And like I said, this way I'll get them all to a nice, 4.2 volts. And then tomorrow we'll continue on. I'll bring you guys back and we'll hook this up. We'll put them in the packs. We'll spot weld them and see how it works out. See what kind of amp hours. We'll do a test on it. I'll see what kind of load drain we get out of it and see what kind of amp hours I get out of all this after I'm all done. I mean, you would think it would be 8 amp hours because I'm using the same batteries. So you would think it would be, but I know I'm not going to get that because these batteries are not. They're probably cheap knockoffs. In fact, after they're charged, I'm going to weigh them and see what they're like. But anyway, I will bring you guys back and see you tomorrow. Take care. Enjoy the weather. Like and subscribe. Enjoy.